How's it going, everyone? I hope you had an awesome weekend. My name is Wheaton, and here on my channel, I release all kinds of F1 content. Welcome to the first episode of Weekend Rewind. In this series, I will be covering my thoughts and news from every F1 race weekend, or in this case, the preseason testing weekend. My plan for the series is to release on every Monday or Tuesday after a race. But with all that out of the way, let's jump straight into the video. So, testing just finished up today, and it was an interesting 3 days to say the least. In terms of drama, luckily there weren't any major crashes. However, there were some close calls and interesting moments. Sergio Perez lost his engine cover at the end of day 2, exposing that mighty powerful Honda engine. Based on the pace shown by both AlphaTauri and Red Bull, it seems to have gotten a good boost in performance over the offseason. Additionally, most of the drivers had a spin here or there, but its most surprising was 7-time world champion Lewis Hamilton. The new aero regulations seem to have disrupted that plan in Mercedes as he beached the W12 on day 2 and spun again going into the final corner to begin a hot lap on day 3. Valtteri Bottas had similar complaints, quoting the W12 had a snappy rear end on day 2, but had improved slightly going into day 3. Further evidence that the W12 is not performing as they'd like, Hamilton only finished 5th, over a second behind Verstappen for the qualifying runs on the softest tire compound at the end of day 3. Is the reduction in rear downforce the chink in the Mercedes armor that Red Bull needed to capitalize on? Well, we will certainly see in 2 weeks from now when the teams take on Bahrain again for the first race of the 2021 season. However, Carlos Sainz and Kimi Räikkönen wanted to get some racing in early, going wheel to wheel at the end of the final session. The Iceman himself putting in a staggering 165 laps on Sunday alone, but it was Pierre Gasly who took home the title for most laps of the weekend. The Frenchman completed 237 laps over the course of the 3 days. In other news, all of the midfield teams looked extremely strong, especially McLaren with their new Mercedes power unit. However, the star to end the weekend was F1 rookie Yuki Tsunoda with AlphaTauri, who was less than a tenth of a second off of Verstappen's pace to end day 3. If this is any indication of their qualifying pace, they could be in the fight for major points week in and week out this season. The new Williams package was also quite impressive, with Russell looking to score his first points with the team this season. Overall, it was a solid 3 days of running for every team, although some endured some reliability issues, including the usually dominant Mercedes team. However, I'm sure the engineers got plenty of data to prep for the first race of the season in Bahrain. With that being said, do you guys think that the first race is going to be a boring one because of this data, or do you think it will still be a good race? Let me know in the comments down below. Personally, I think it's still going to be a solid start to the year due to the track's overtaking areas. But that pretty much wraps up this weekend's Rewind. I will see you in 2 weeks to rewind the first race weekend of the 2021 season. If you enjoyed the video, consider hitting that subscribe button down below. It really helps me out as a content creator. It helps me push and keep putting out content for you guys. But as always, I'm Wheaton, and thanks for hanging out with me.